Hello students, today we are going to learn how to draw a lymph node, the histological diagram of a lymph node. Okay, so whenever we draw a histological diagram, we keep it within a circle, which signifies that it is the focus area as seen through the microscope. So I've drawn a circle in which I'm going to draw the lymph node, the histological features of a lymph node. Lymph node is a capsulated organ, okay? Hence, we need to draw the capsule first. The capsule is made up of collagenous fibers, okay? So it is fibers which we are going to draw with the eosin pencil, and we will draw some, since it is a lymph node, through the capsule the afferent lymphatics enter. So if we draw an outline of an afferent lymphatic with a valve in between, okay, with a valve in between. So what does it signify? How does a lymphatic look like? A lymphatic is nothing but an endothelial lined vessel, endothelium lined vessel. So here we are going to draw some flat nuclei . These flat nuclei signifies the squamous or the flat cells of the endothelium. Since we are not able to draw the cell here, we will only signify it with flat nuclei, as you can see here. One afferent lymphatic if we draw, then we are going to draw an arteriole which will be perfectly slightly round, a venule in the capsule which also will be having an irregular margin, and each will be lined with endothelium. So without a vein will look like a venule, with a valve, without a valve will be a venule, with a valve will be a lymphatic, and the circular outline should signify an arteriole. And the rest of the capsule will have some fibroblasts, so the nuclei will be seen. Ideally we should draw it like this. Outside I can show you. If this is a fibroblast, it will be somewhat spindle shaped, okay, and within it will be an oval nucleus. So this, if we draw within the fibers, it will look like this. Yet I can still draw this as a cell and a nucleus placed within it. So these are the cells of the capsule. Now deep to the capsule, this capsule is going to form trabeculae. So I'll draw one trabeculae coming out from this and entering into the substance of the lymph node. This is the trabeculae, and it has a similar structure like the capsule. That is, it has the fibers and it has both an afferent or a lymphatic vessel. Actually, the afferents, they end here, but with this we can signify it to be a venule, an arteriole within it. The lymphatics will drain their lymph into the subcapsular area, deep to the capsule and along the trabeculae. So this area, which is going to be deep to it, somewhat like this area, will be called as a sinus. So this is a subcapsular sinus filled with lymph, and it is communicating with the trabecular sinus. This is an arteriole again and a venule, and they will be, these are flat endothelial cells of the arteriole, flat endothelial cells of the venule, and these are cells of the connective tissue, like this. Okay, now the lymph node is differentiated into a cortex and a medulla. So this area we will keep for the medulla, and this area we are going to make the cortical lymphatic nodules. So how do we draw a lymphatic nodule? A lymphatic nodule is actually made up of lymphocytes. So lymphocytes, if you remember, these lymphocytes are small lymphocytes. So I'm going to draw it here. A small lymphocyte will be smaller in size, filled with cytoplasm, and the nucleus occupies almost the entire cell. So this is a small lymphocyte. Okay, so this is how we are going to draw within this. And a collection we are going to draw. The central ones, try to make it slightly lighter in stain. The outer ones slightly darker in stain. The cytoplasm always takes eosin stain. So these are the lymphocytes with only cytoplasm, and I'm going to draw the nucleus here. Inside each lymphocyte. So the peripheral nucleus, the cells which are in the periphery of this lymphatic follicle will be dark in color. So I'm going to first draw the peripheral ones, so that you can understand how to differentiate. Try to make it completely filled up. Try not to leave any gap, as these are all mature lymphocytes. A gap is within it, and lighter staining shows that they are premature ones which are replicating, which we are supposed to show in the germinal center or the lighter stained area. So these are the small lymphocytes which have filled the periphery. Now in the center, these small lymphocytes we are going to draw like this, with a slight lighter staining of the nucleus, showing the proliferative stage, and hence this lymphatic nodule will appear dark on the periphery and center will look slightly lightly stained. And these cells continue. We will draw another lymphatic follicle here. So you can see, in order to cut short the video, I made this lymphatic follicle, and now you can see that there are two lymphatic follicles, and this signifies the cortex. Now these areas are not empty, but they are very sparsely filled with lymphocytes, as I can show you. Here there is a lymphocyte, there is a lymphocyte here, okay? And in the subcapsular sinus there will be some reticular fibers within the because the lymphatic tissue is always made up of reticular fibers and interspersed with lymphocytes. Okay, so this thing will be made up of reticular fibers. I hope you are able to see it. So here you can see that reticular fibers are slightly wavy and they are also branched. So it is completely filled with reticular fibers, even in the subcapsular sinus. And there is presence of lymphocytes in the subcapsular sinus as well. And there are also presence of some reticular cells. So stray lymphocytes, reticular cells, which are also lightly stained, slightly oval in shape, reticular cells. I will show you how to differentiate when I draw the nucleus. So this is how it is completely filled, the cortex. Now I will draw the nucleus and you can differentiate. So if this is a reticular cell, we will have a slightly outline of the nucleus like this. Okay, showing that it is slightly lightly stained. So reticular cells will all be looking like this. Okay, like this. Something like this. And the rest are rest are the lymphocytes. So the subcapsular sinus also contains lymphocytes, reticular cells, reticular fibers. Now you can see how from these stray lymphocytes the lymphatic nodule appears distinct. It is a discrete nodule, but it does not have a capsule of its own. As the definition goes, does not have a capsule of its own. Fine. Now we are going to draw the medulla portion. Okay. So this is the cortex, this is the medulla. I'll slightly label it so that it is convenient for the. So this is the capsule. These cells are the connective tissue cells or the fibroblasts. This is a venule. Fine. This is an arteriole. This is a lymph capillary. Then this whole thing is cortex. This whole thing is cortex. Okay. Then this area will be called as subcapsular sinus, and this the space kind of a thing around the trabeculae will be called as trabecular sinus. Trabecular sinus. So this does good with the cortical area of the lymph node. Now we are going to draw the lymphocytes in the medulla. I hope now it is clearly visible in this panoramic view. Sorry for the change in the view in between the video. Okay, so now in the medulla you have already seen that there is a reticular fiber base which has been laid. Now here there are medullary cords and sinuses. Now what are cords and sinuses? Cords are nothing but, if you can see that the lymphocytes are arranged in cord-like fashion. In anastomosing cords, branching cords, like this. So the entire medulla is filled with cord. So here you can see how the medullary cords have been made. Now, cutting short the video, I'm just making the cells. So these are the lymphocytes which are there in the medullary cords, and you can see the gaps between these medullary cords. I shall come back to it. I'll show it to you. So now this gap or this gap or this gap is the medullary sinus. Okay, so there will be lots of cords filled in. Okay, there will be lots of cords. And this is the wrong way of doing it, but I'm just trying to show it to you that these are the cords and the spaces in between them will be endothelial lined. Endothelial lined means there will be endothelium here, flat cells, and on both the sides of the cord. Flat cells on both the sides of the cord. I'm drawing a continuous cytoplasm for it. Like this. Okay. Now these flat endothelial cells will also have flat cells. The nucleus you have to show. Yes or no? So now this space which is lined by endothelium, lying between cords, will be called as a medullary sinus. Okay. And this medullary sinus, in case of lymph node, is filled with lymph vessels. Is filled with lymph fluid, sorry. So here this portion will be medulla, and this is a medullary cord. This gap is medullary sinus. This is lined with flat endothelial cells. So in order to cut short the video, I shall make the complete medulla and then show it to you. So this is how the lymph node will look like. As you can see, this looks a meshwork kind of a thing, and therefore this is the medulla, whereas this shows discrete lymphatic nodules, capsule with the trabeculae entering, and this is the medulla, this is the cortex. Here lies the subcapsular sinus, these are the trabecular sinuses, and in between are the medullary sinuses, which are lined by endothelial cells, flat endothelial cells, as you can see in between. Okay, so this is how it is there. The sinuses are all filled with lymph, and this is the lymph node is in the pathway of the lymphatic system, helps in filtering the lymph. Okay, thank you.